The world we once knew has been lost to shadow. Was it thunder and fire and brimstone? Drowned in flood and rain? Was it tragic decadence? A great fall? Unspeakable corruption? Or did the awakening of magic destroy our world? No one knows for certain. Reach through the shadowy mists. Find a fragment of land infested with shadowy corruption, yet lit enough to find your way. Find a creature of light, a synth. They are friendly and willing to guide you. Perhaps the two of you can find other survivors. Perhaps this land can serve as a shelter. Perhaps together you can build a sort of haven. Forge friendships to save the world.
Hello. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Unleashed Games weekly playtest, where you join us as we play our game in development, our game prototype, Haven, every week to make sure that we're working on the right things or that we find all the bugs and places where our game is broken and all the places where we could improve it. You see, because we are a pre-seed startup, that means that we've had a little bit of investment to be able to take us probably about a third of the way through the game development process. And we have built a prototype, a multiplayer, cross-platform, cross-play MMO game that we're going to play later on today. But we don't play it by ourselves because that would be lonely. And it's not a single-player game. It's a multiplayer game. And so we're going to be playing it with a very special guest. But first, before we get to that, I wanted to give you a little bit of an update about what has been going on with Unleashed and all the activity, because we kind of use this as a company update as well for anybody who's interested in knowing what's going on and how we're progressing. And that's actually the exciting part, because we've mentioned in prior weeks that we recently were featured by Dean Takahashi in his Dean Beat blog about the new direction, or kind of an extension of what we are thinking and building as this business of Unleashed Games and the relationship of Haven. But we're building something even bigger than Haven, is we're building something called Unleashed Realms. And since we announced that, and you can kind of find the article to kind of catch up. But ever since we announced that, we have been having phenomenal conversations with potential investors, and people have been reaching out to us. And I can say that we've had a number of new advisors and people join the team that are incredible partners, and that are going to be able to help blow it, they're going to set us up. And I'm very excited to be able to announce any sort of these partnerships and these people joining our advisory board. But we'll get there. But I just wanted you all to know, our friends who are here every week, Tozeb, I see you. Hi, it's good to see you as always. And our regular friends, I just wanted you to know that things are still progressing here at Unleashed, even though we still need more funding. And that's something that we're working on trying to figure out. But the thing that I wanted to ask y'all is that if you do know investors and you know people who are helping build games and products like this, please reach out to us and connect us with your network, because I think we all agree, because we're here, we want to see this game live and thrive. And we need to get more investment in order to be able to get there. And there's a lot of people in the game industry right now that are struggling and looking to get funding for their projects too. And we've been featuring some of them on this stream. And that's kind of the double duty of how we've been bringing and so like talking to people within the industry to come on as guests, is because I want to help elevate all of these amazing projects that are in development, either out in alpha form, or some of them have been released. Some of them are just in prototype and pitch form. But all of these amazing teams that are building incredible products as we speak, but are all struggling in this capital market, which is kind of frozen to raise. And but there's also so many founders that are like actually getting traction now as the market is picking up. So, we want to be able to bring more. And oh, wait, I see Imaginary Heroes is here. Sorry to interrupt, but I have to say hello. It's so good to see you. Hi. Um, but like what's exciting right now is things are picking up. And we get to talk about kind of the state of games VC today, and also talk about the project of that our guest is working on. I cannot wait. And in fact, we're not going to wait anymore, because we're going to go play our game. But first, we're going to talk uh, uh, to Pavel Afanasiev. He is a friend that was introduced to me. He was introduced like by another founder. I think we'll have to talk about that, but we are bringing on Pavel. He is the CEO of Northern Lights Entertainment. Sorry, I see CEO Nebula, but no, Nebula is the name of your product, and the game that you're building. When he introduced himself, when we first met, you told me that you and your co-founder Julie are political scientists, and you were making a game, and I suddenly lost my mind, because I'm an old school RTS player. I learned how to play games, playing games like Civilization and Age of Empires, and I could not imagine a better game than a game like based around politics and empire building. So welcome.
Thank you, Irena. It's such a pleasure to be here, and thank you so much for well, both having me here and also for giving such a warm introduction.
Oh my goodness, that doesn't even go anywhere near the point of how excited I am to have you on this show right now, but also to have met you and the meetings that we have. Like you've always been so incredibly supportive and helpful, sharing resources and wanting to see me succeed the same way that I want to see you succeed. I'm just so grateful for your friendship, and like so jazzed that you're going to play Haven for the first time, like dying.
Thank you. I do genuinely believe that game developers in the early stages, even, we're all working on games, and very frequently, people say that early stage startups are much more likely to die of suicide rather than, murder. Which goes to say that, we're not necessarily competing with each other. In fact, we are all we would all be much better off if we were actually collaborating on our struggles, whether it's in game development or in fundraising or in discussions with investors, or whatever it is that the problem, a particular problem any of us may face. I think we're much better off if we actually join forces and exchange expertise and advice. Which goes to say,
Agreed.
I'm always more than happy to help.
Well, you've given me such amazing tips too on ways to follow up with investors, and like treating it like a sales funnel, and like crafting a bunch of assets that I've like followed through on. And you were the impetus for me to write a white paper on our thesis, and then like our corporate strategy, so that I could just drip this content to investors. I like the advice that you've given me has been so fantastic and helpful. But also, you're right. I learned very early on that a rising tide lifts all boats, and also it's better that we like collude against the VC and just totally like share the skills that we need to be able to capture their attention. I mean, that's what I do with UX and games, right? Is I like try to just like socialize ways to better capture players' attention. So let's figure out how to capture venture capital and make them not even know about it, not know what's happening.
Then spread the message to our other founders so that we can all get funded, and the market is suddenly flush with an array of amazing and different and diverse and inclusive games to play.
Exactly. The game industry has so much room right now for more players in the space and new ideas. And speaking of new ideas, you got to tell our friends here that are watching, can you tell us more about Nebula and this game that you're building?
With pleasure. Although I'm very, very impatient also to jump into Haven, so I'll try to keep it
You'll just have
short.
to wait. Tell us about your stuff.
All right. Well, so our studio, Northern Lights Entertainment, we're based in France. I'm calling you from Paris, where we're having a very cozy and rainy Friday evening right now.
You just had the
Um,
Olympics there too. That was quite the event.
that was quite the event. It
Sorry,
was very,
sidebar.
very spectacular. It has very dramatically transformed the city in the sense that both positively, there were a lot of reparations made and changes to traffic and the public transportation system and all of this other stuff, but also like actually a lot of the locals, the Parisians, they've actually left the city for the duration of the Olympics, so the city was actually surprisingly empty during the Olympics
They were
themselves.
smart.
I stayed. Well, I stayed, and it was actually a pretty nice experience. You can walk across the street, and there is no traffic. There's no angry drivers who are about to hit you. But yeah, it was great. So back to Northern Lights. So we're working on Nebulae. Nebulae is an MMO strategy game for mobile and PC, where we let players take collective control over various political regimes and experiment with new forms of societal organization and political governance. It's The game is structured around three core gameplay pillars. The first one is what you would typically recognize, from your 4X strategy game. You mentioned civilization. So you start as a governor of a planet that has been entrusted to you for development, and you have to make constant political choices between the economic prosperity of your planet and its industrial output, between the quality of life of the citizens who live on your planet, and the environmental stability thereof. And you cannot optimize all three. So, you have to make choices, but contrary to real life, the choices are actually on you. So you are both in charge, but you're also responsible for all of the consequences that may arise from these choices. The second pillar, which is what we call massively multiplayer politics, is all about collective governance. So there is your planet, but there's many, 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 many other planets in the galaxy, and the galaxy is
That's the
divided
cool
between
part.
different nations. Yes, it's where Julie's and mine political science expertise actually comes to shine. Um, so the various political regimes can be democratic and totalitarian and monarchist and matriarchal and theocratic and anything and everything in between. And actually, the players get to modify these regimes from within if they choose to do so collectively. And so if for example, Irena, you're playing with your friends and colleagues and family, and you live in a democracy, but actually, everybody decides that you would be the perfect leader and resources would be far better allocated with you at the helm of an total autocracy. um
As
you
it
can
should,
actually,
obviously.
obviously, it's such a natural inclination. um and so you actually get to try and influence other players who are not inside the circle of your immediate friends to see the way through the political lens that you yourself have, and also therefore to change the laws and to change the way in which your nation actually functions as a political entity. And so that's possible. And last but not least, the third pillar of our gameplay, it's about conflict and warfare, because there is a bunch of different political regimes in our galaxy, and sometimes they don't get along. And when territorial disputes arise, we want to allow players to customize their spacecraft and actually send them to to battle, to figure those disputes out, which also allows for players who don't necessarily care about politics to have a stake in, the political dominance of their nation as opposed to someone else's. So you can still contribute, to the greatness and glory of your nation as an admiral, as a ship commander, even if you do not necessarily care about the political struggle within.
Empire-based warfare and like ascending the political ladder. Um, it's just all the good notes and like fun things to explore, because I like the fact that you're building like an experimentation lab of political ideologies, and you can really play with it to see like what functions better. Like, really, does totalitarianism actually function better to control people and keep people functioning together? You can find out. We can have opinions all day long and have a discussion about it. But like, you actually can play through it with like no real world consequence in the context of your game. And that is so cool.
That is exactly right. We're actually co-financed by the French Ministry of Research and Higher Education for the work that we do around analyzing players' political choices and analyzing, the characteristics of political leaders and how do they get into power and how do they manage to stay there. And one of the many questions that we seek to have at least a glimpse of an answer to is, well, if you leave your citizens be and you let them structure the governance of their societies as freely as they possibly can, is there going to be any form of convergence across cultural, geographic, demographic barriers and differences towards the same type of regime and the same type of governance? Or are we actually going to see, multiple recipes of success? And then, for us to be able to then compare those different recipes and governance types, and see which
The
ones of
data you're
them,
going to get.
it's so valuable. It's actually really, really amazing. We're super stoked about this.
Super juicy. Like, I'm,
Yep.
like you, I come from a scientific background, but I've taken that like scientific baseline and applied it to game development. And I try to bring scientific rigor and a discipline into the work that I do. So I don't like just, operating and building game features out of assumptions. I love to have data that validates our designs. And I've always been like a person that wants to find ways to gather data from everything that we do. And we actually gather data from this stream itself. We gather bugs. We have an AI that evaluates these streams and like generates bugs. But also we gather data from every single playtest session. We're trying to like create value everywhere we go. And here you are creating like this whole data set of, people freely experimenting with political structures, and you have success rates and fail rates, and you can like, you're quantifying it. How damn cool is that? Sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, we actually wrapped up the alpha 1.0 of Nebulae earlier this summer. Where we were testing everything related to planetary governance. So it was just one player, one planet, but then obviously many players. And we were looking at, what keeps the players engaged for a long time, what are the policy choices that they take kind of isolated from the rest of the world, and trying to learn from this, and then subsequently to incorporate the tendencies of the political decisions that players make into the next layer of the game that we're working on now, and that we have kind of play tested already off prototype. We love to do paper prototypes before everything goes to production and
Oh, I love
and
that.
to
I love that.
and
I'm a
and to
similar mind.
engineering teams. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's first of all, it's just business smart because it's significantly cheaper and it takes way less time to develop something as a paper prototype as opposed to pushing it to
Preach, my
production right
brother.
away.
Preach. Sorry. Sorry. Can we just pause for a moment on that little point there, right there? How many times have I gone into a dev team and said like, hey, maybe we should like put this down on paper, like a pieces of paper, and like let's play through it. Like let's just structure it out and see how it works. Or like let's make a board game out of this system and see how it functions. Because I'd much rather solve some of the logic problems in the paper form than when I have to hand it over to an engineer who's going to cost me a lot of money. You know, so yeah, I love that. And I love that we're talking about this right now out in the open. It's not like a hidden secret of game dev, the dirty secret that we build stuff long before we actually, properly test systems and see if they work. I had an
That's
entire
true.
game end up like that. And the product and the game company went upside down because they didn't actually properly test their gameplay long before the 2.5 years of development.
Or more in some cases. I mean,
Yeah.
we actually have just started testing the paper prototype of our combat systems, and for now it looks very much like a Google Sheets Excel file.
Oh, yeah.
And we've been playtesting it around for about 2 weeks now, and we have already reached that sweet spot where yes, you are still in the interface of Google Sheets, but you're already having fun. So now you know that you're ready for that next stage of iteration where you can start
Low
trying to put a little bit
fidelity
more.
prototypes.
Yeah. Exactly. And so, yeah, because we're working on a strategy game, right? It's ultimately extremely compatible with anything related to board games and paper prototypes because you're not ultra reliant on this, moment to moment gameplay as you would, for example, in a shooter, which is
Mhm.
really, really convenient for us.
Yes, that is awesome, and that is awesome that you do that, and I love everything that we just talked about. Well, I actually want to play, the trailer. We actually linked the trailer in chat if you wanna watch it yourself, but also I wanna play Haven. So,
Yeah, let's do the thing that we're actually gathered here for. I've been
we
dying
are
to play Haven for for quite a while now. We actually to disclose a little secret to the audience. I think the first time that Irena invited me to come on stream, or at least the idea was floated for me to show up on stream. I think it was around July, and then
life
schedules
happened.
and Olympics and life and everything. So I'm very happy that we actually found the date, and tonight is the night. I mean, it's not night in the US yet, but it's getting.
Tonight,
Gonna have myself a real
a
good
good
time.
time. I I feel alive.
I feel very alive. I actually had a karaoke session on Tuesday,
So
glimpses
your
of
voice
which
is warmed
Irina.
up?
Oh, I'm always ready.
Can't stop me now. Gonna have ourselves a good time. All right.
Yep.
I see you're a mage. I have to admit something because I came representing today with my World of Warcraft vintage. It's now vintage, friends. It's a 20-year-old T-shirt of a Jinx mage shirt. So we're gonna be double maging it, and this is gonna be a beautiful thing.
Ooh, I do love me a double mage combo. That
All
that
right.
sounds like a lot of DPS is going to be coming out.
Somebody actually asks in the chat, is this in the editor or client build? Pavel, why don't you tell the audience? Are you playing in Unity?
No. I'm actually like in the client of the game, which I'm like I installed it last night. I checked, if it was running, and now we're doing it.
Yep. So it's a standalone build. Thanks for asking, Scourge. And hi, Shanael. Shanael is one of our earliest playtesters and helpers and stream watchers. We love Shanael. It's good to see you. All right. What are you waiting for? Pavel, log in. Let's go.
Oh, let's go.
So it's funny. Earlier this week, it was Rhode Island Startup Week, and we had a massive play test. I have to tell everybody on stream about this, but we had 20 people playing the game all live, all at once in the RI Digi lab. It was like a special public playtest that we hosted. Um, but so I am very curious as to the state of the world right now because our server has been decimated. So I'm so excited. I have no
Where
idea what's going to happen.
where are you even?
I don't know.
I'm at the
I'm
campfire right now. I cannot see you. Can you come meet me?
okay. Oh, I have to cheat to meet you because I think right now with our starting experience, you start by yourself. I'm not sure
Oh,
how I feel about that.
I'm all alone.
All by myself.
Don't wanna be. Oh, hello. Is that
I
you?
cheated.
Yeah.
It is.
Hi.
It's an MMO. We jump.
Wait. There's emotes. Hold on. Wait, there's emotes. Wait. Okay. So,
Oh,
well,
wait.
since we're singing, we have to dance, right? Hold on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Bust out those moves.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what was that? Did you what? Oh, there's a cheer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And away. Yeah, very early on when we started playing multiplayer, I was like, okay, number one priority is a jump. Number two priority is a
Dance.
wave.
Ah, okay.
And then
Wave
dance
before
and
dance.
cheer came with it. That was it was all Brian Labor, our amazing animator. He did all the animation sets for both male and female and all the different classes. Like that man
Wait,
is a hero.
I want to try something that works. So for the disclaimer and for audience to be aware, I used to be a long time World of Warcraft player. Full disclaimer, I never played retail, so that's the last I'm going to say about this. Um,
Shh, don't tell Blizzard or don't tell Bobby
um,
Kotick.
but well, he's no longer CEO, so who cares? Um,
Yeah.
but there was this amazing feature that WoW had where you could like double click on the mouse and the movement would work. Let me check this. Oh my god. Oh this is awesome.
Yep.
Oh, this is great. Okay, so what do we do? What do we do? Let's
Well, we have to go somewhere.
do
We have
you
to
want
get
to
out of
build a
here.
snowman? I mean, we're mages, right? So we have to like we have okay, so it's water. Do we have snow? Can we make it snow?
No, we can't afford a VFX artist yet.
No, but no, but I see savage ice. So like I come back to my question. Do you want to build a snowman?
You always. Yes. Actually, check the build menu.
Wait. That's gotta be it. Whoa. Okay, I swear on everything that is holy, I did not know that building snowmen was an actual possibility.
It is, in fact, a feature. So where do you want to put this snowman, my friend?
Can I put it on top of your really good looking hat?
Y- Well, I don't know if it'll be on top of my hat, but it will be on top of me. And by the way, we don't have clipping into trees or like automatic culling. That's something that we
Okay,
need.
well I'll put it right here.
Put it on my head. Of course. Thank you. But do you
Wait.
have an
Oh wait, I need I need wood. I need wood to make a
where are you
snowman.
going to get some wood, Pavel?
That is a wonderful question. I'm guessing I have to exit the build menu first, right? Um.
Um,
Okay, hold on. This looks like a bush. Does bush qualify as wood? So I'm harvesting now. No, a bush qualifies as a shroom. Okay, that's fine.
it's a
Um.
prototype.
Okay,
We need
so I do
a
see an
narrative
axe.
pass.
Oh, crude
An axe
hatchet
at a
and
question.
two hardwood. Why would you? We don't need hardwood to build a snowman.
Uh-oh, you're going to put another one down?
Well, I
Uh-oh.
mean, what's there? What's there to
I
do?
mean, we have to
What
decorate for
harm is there?
Christmas. There's no harm in too many snowmen. There is no such thing as too many snowmen.
Okay, about Christmas, I don't know about you, but my Instagram feed is filled with. Oh, you're trading with me? Oh, thank you. I shall gracefully accept this trade. I don't think I have any. I can give you a shroom. Hold on. I think I can give you a shroom. Wait, how
Ooh,
do I? Oh yeah,
okay.
there you go. Okay, I
I'm
need
cheating. I know the
inventory.
interface.
I don't. Okay,
Yeah.
here is.
What am I going to get? I will always accept mushrooms from all of my friends. Wait, that maybe I shouldn't have said that on stream. This is a family friendly show. I culinary mushrooms. I put them on steak
That actually is really delicious. So, coming back to what I was saying about Christmas, my entire Instagram
and wood.
is currently filled with stories of people that are just going about their lives and then they hear, a distant echo of Mariah Carey um kind of
I heard
lurking
that
its
Perth,
head.
Australia has a giant brick of like a block of ice, like the size of a car, with a photo of Mariah Carey frozen within it, like giant, like poster sized. And it's timed and calculated to melt perfectly the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's perfect. And I
Like,
am building a snowman.
oh, hold on. Let me help. Let me help. You already built it. I don't need to help you
No,
build a snowman.
I thought you could. I don't know. I didn't
Well,
even know
you want to
this
build
was a
the other one?
possibility. Yeah. Wait, so you can like click on the how about you start building it and then
I
I
don't
try
have
to
any
help.
wood. I gave you all of my wood.
You gave all of the wood.
Yes. I need more
Okay, so
wood.
I'll let's go cut some trees. Okay, so I click on add now, so I should be starting to build. Yes.
Okay, let me help you.
Does it shorten the time?
It sure does.
That's awesome. Ooh,
Yay! Yeah, you can. All construction is collaborative
that
with the
is lovely.
intention of making it always a +1 whenever another player is around. You can
Wait,
always help.
so you said construction, so like theoretically, can we like go and build a mini Eiffel Tower or something?
Well, come with me if you
Okay,
want to
okay, okay.
live.
I very
Let's
much want to
escape
live.
this small hovel. Pavel.
Ah,
Oh, and by the way, the spell in position number 6
yes.
is oh, thank you for opening the door for us.
You're
Is a
very
buff.
welcome.
So, I mean, we're both the same class, so we'd give each other the same buff, but I just wanted you to know that I buffed you because I care about you. And I want
Wait,
you to uh have increased damage and healing by 100%.
that's
Double
lovely.
damage.
But they do they stack? Can I buff you in return and then we like do like triple of the damage?
Well, no.
Oh,
That would be
okay.
OP, friend. That would be way too OP. Oh god, I'm being attacked. Help.
Wait. Who's attacking you?
Hey,
I can't even see.
come. It's in the dark. Oh, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Help.
No, wait. Let me. Okay, let me. Okay, it's attacking me now.
Okay, good. Good.
No.
Uh-oh. This can't be good for you.
How is that? How is it good that I am being attacked? This is
Well,
supposed to
cuz
be
no, I wasn't
collaborative.
attacking me. Cuz it was going to kill me. You still have
I
a full
think.
health bar. I have like 20 now 29 health hit points.
How do I heal you? I know I'm not a
You
healer. I don't
you
think I'm a
can't.
healer.
Oh, you've got an animation bug. So Pavel is stuck in an animation bug where he's still casting because the creature died while he was in the middle of casting. So it stuck him in that animation. Go ahead and hit an emote and you should be able to clear it out. Oh, look at me. I'm stuck in an animation bug too. Look at that. This is not awkward at all.
Well, you're basically running around with your wand at the ready, which is only logical because you just got attacked out of the blue. So can't
Well,
really
it
blame
was
you.
in the dark. You got to be careful because the scary things are in the shadows.
Okay, I will reveal a secret. I just looted the mob the
Uh-huh.
Kraken root, and I got a mana potion. Do you need a mana potion? Would you
No,
like a mana
I'm
potion?
full on. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Come on, come this way. Let me fix my animation. Okay, good. Well, so here's a glowy thing.
It's a red glowy thing that shoots a pillar of red light into the sky. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of The Fifth Element, the movie.
Oh, but the fifth element is love. Oh, big
Well,
ballroom. I love that movie.
it's an amazing
Classic.
movie.
It's so
So,
good.
is it a portal? Is it a
Well,
port key?
I don't know.
Busted.
Interact with it. What's going to happen?
Uh it says beacon. I clicked on it, and now there is a wavy thing on the ground. Uh, okay, it says teleport Adventureland, and it says quests, and it says build shelter and explore. So I'm guessing. Oh, so it's going to wait because the lights on each of the stones are different. Does it mean that they give different, or they lead into different places and they give out different quests?
Yes. So
Wait, wait,
this
wait.
right now, I mean, I could explain it, or could I could just leave you in the dark, and you can see if you figure it out as you go.
Well, I think I figured it out. Does it make sense for us to explore all three of the stones, or should we just, YOLO into the red one?
It's all up to you. I'm following your lead, my friend. I know what's on the other side of that teleport.
Yeah, but I don't, and it's kind of
Exactly.
scary. And also,
I
the
mean,
first time that you leaped out of, let's say, my um
your
kind of
fire.
well, yeah, and more importantly, the chain of supervision custody, you got attacked. So I'm kind of very nervous about either me leaving you unattended or you leaving me unattended.
Yes, no, we're gonna stick together through all of this, friend. But the dialogue window there says build shelter and explore. So do you want
Yes.
to let's do you want to follow the instructions, or do you want to just dive right into Adventureland?
I wanna. I actually think
Mm.
that the blue stone. Actually, no, not the blue. The purple stone over there looks kind of funny. I want to see what it says first, if that's okay.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm following you.
then okay. Do you plan to introduce at some point the functionality of like just tagging along onto someone and like
Auto follow?
following them? Yes,
Yes,
autofollow.
absolutely.
Uh,
Autopathing is huge, and we
mm,
like Diablo 3 did something interesting with like they didn't have auto follow, but it would auto teleport people that were grouped up together
mm.
on screen at the same time. There's also all sorts of interesting ways to take advantage of auto follow.
Wait, I see another Kraken root. I'm very tempted to fight it right now because if we return here, I don't want you to get attacked again.
Oh, that's very kind of you. I'll just
Okay, hold on.
Leroy Jenkins into
Wait,
this shit. Wait, there we
what?
go.
I haven't even read my I haven't even read my spells. What do you do?
Oh, sorry. You pointed me in a direction and I'm like, let's go.
Okay, so I get a health
Hi.
potion and a luminescent branch. Hello, we just vanquished a Kraken
We
root.
won.
We did. Why is it that I start the fight, but you are the one who loses health? You're a mage. You're not a tank.
I got aggro. I was tanking for you. That's what you do when you have friends, is you be a tank regardless of whether or not it's role appropriate or gear appropriate for what you have on.
or, or gear appropriate. What does the Yellowstone say? Is it also shelter or is it something else? Still shelter. Okay. Well, I guess I don't know if it really matters. Let's go in this one then, since we're already here.
Well, I don't think we can build anything here. because this isn't your so these pillars right now, these are our beacons, as you can see on the target frame, but
Mm-hmm.
these represent your building plot. So this one is for another player who would log into your village.
Mm-hmm.
But if we go back to the blue one where you logged in, you should be able to build there. I think we have permissions set up.
Oh.
I
Oh,
mean, I
that's
can't build anywhere.
so
Oh,
there is like a dynamic thing so that the first pillar that appears is the one that is designated specifically to you.
well, you spawn in proximity to your pillar, to your beacon.
Oh, yeah, that makes
And
sense.
what's interesting, I just found another bug is that though my village, my beacon is on a different village instance, it's giving me permission to actually build here as if it's my building plot because I spawned in at the blue pillar myself, but in my instance. And so now that I'm in the blue pillar with you in your instance, it's still giving me my personal permissions to be able to build. So
Mm.
that's those are the steps to recreate AI bug tracker.
We're being silently followed by AI. And look, as
Yes,
long as it doesn't turn into Skynet. All right,
yeah, we
so
don't need no Skynet. It's fine. It's good.
teleport Adventureland or quests?
Well, the NPC dialogue, so aptly named, very personable, says build a shelter, then explore.
Oh no, I read and explore.
Well, I guess well, is it in an order of operations? I mean, if you'd like to explore first, we can see how that goes.
Okay, hold on. How do we build a shelter? So let's build it. Okay. So I see build a fire, build a snowman, and build a torch. I don't see shelter. Does it require a
Oh, are
recipe?
you kidding? So my screen actually, oh, this bug is even goes, it goes deeper.
But wait,
Because
there's more.
I have this, I have the full list to be able to build. So let's go over here. I know this one. This is uh the shared building plot where you can build anything. Anybody can build anything. Though in theory, you shouldn't be able to build a house here because your house is only available in your plot. But those sorts of permissions we have not installed into the system. But those
Okay,
are
so
like
I'm here.
rules. Every good
Oh,
game has rules.
ooh. Wait, the list of available buildings has significantly expanded. In fact, it has doubled. So in addition to a fire, a snowman, and a torch, I can now build an arcane mill, a house, and a workbench.
What will you do first, my friend?
Well, the objective is to build a shelter, and I'm guessing the closest thing to a shelter is a house. So I'm just gonna click build a house. Oh, that's a nice little house that I see projected. I don't actually think you see it yet because it's not constructed.
Mm-hmm.
It looks very nice. It has like a little torch outside and everything.
We
Um,
see it.
so I'm guessing there's going to be a ton of materials that are required for this. I'm just gonna click on build,
Oh,
and now it requires wood,
yes. Oh, you're
preparing the
building a
site.
house.
I am building a house.
I
You
could
know,
just
that's
stand
one of the
here.
things. Are you slacking?
Okay, fine. I'll help.
Actually, that's one of the things that kind of uh, bugged me a little bit in World of Warcraft when I used to play. Is that you were projected into this world and everything around you, the quest and everything, it was supposed to, immerse you, but actually you were very, very replaceable, and there was no way for you to leave a mark on the universe that you were being drawn into.
Mm-hmm. You're just along
Um,
for the ride of somebody
yeah,
else's
exactly.
story.
It, well, I mean, obviously, with the patches progression and so on, the story would advance and you would, go to different instances and gradually work your way to the big bad boss of whatever the expansion currently was. Oh, look, I built a house.
Woo! This is
Um,
your house. Congratulations.
that is
How does it
awesome.
feel to be a homeowner in Haven?
Well, I mean, it feels amazing considering that I have no idea if or when I will be a homeowner in real life ever.
Same, same.
But this
Yeah.
is great. Can we go in?
Oh, this is a prototype friend. You don't have doors in prototypes. Have you seen that meme about game development and how complicated getting doors working is?
I think doors were just like on the level below the stairs, I think, in terms of complexity.
Yep. Yep. And yeah, so there is actually one way to cheat the door problem if you select it.
If I select the door,
Yep. And oh, now you've selected both pieces and you can
wait.
destroy.
Ooh, I can destroy the door.
So yes, you can go in technically. This
Okay,
is our hacks.
ooh, oh my god. Okay, this is awesome.
So you can actually duplicate any of these pieces and basically custom configure your house. So our philosophy here is that when you're building, you want to build like a solid unit, but then some players will want to customize
Of course.
and they will want to make like really cool, intricate houses and homesteads. But then we're going to plus one that by having how you configure your house and like how you upgrade it be a reflection of your or reflected in your class and in your gameplay.
Oh, as in mage houses are going to look different and give different abilities compared to, for example, healer houses.
Exactly. And if you notice right now, you have like a little like in your list of buffs, got a couple of buffs up there. One of them is the one that's moving is your resting buff. So it's telling you that you are in a place where you will get a rested buff after
Hmm.
about 10 seconds. And
Yes.
one of the rested buff is persistent and lasts about 15 minutes,
Hmm.
and it increases your health regen and your mana regen by 4 and also makes you run faster.
Oh,
So,
let's check that bad boy out. Oh yeah. So, question: do you get the rested buff if you're next to my house? Since we're in collaborative mode over
yes.
here.
Yep.
Okay. I'm
You
just gonna
get I
chop a
can get
tree
the benefit. Oh, as one
because I
does. I
can.
mean, there's a tree right
As
there. You might as well.
exactly.
I invite you to chop, chop, chop.
Chop chop chop.
But yeah, the so this mechanic is that you will have a house, I will have a house, or the system implies that once I like you build the house, you customize it, and you have a buff that you have configured that also is personalized to you and what your class is. I could go and get a rested buff from your house specifically and get the benefits of this
Mm.
of your version of it. And what that rested buff is somewhat of an amalgam of how you have configured your house in the first place.
That is
So
really really cool.
and so
Okay, so we have.
maybe mine won't have the movement speed because yours in our village gives you like a 60% movement speed boost, which we wouldn't go that fast. That would be kind of like Benny Hill. But
It's like vroom vroom.
yeah, but you get the idea that your buff might be different as well as mine might be different, and it's the same thing but with the buffs that are cast on you of your like your mage buff and there's a buff from the healer, there's a buff from a tank. Those buffs are pretty static so that you can always just if you run out, you'll find another mage and can get another mage buff to get double damage back. Those are intended to be incidental and something that you can get from anywhere.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, well, we have a shelter. Although I have unfortunately removed the door to my own house, but that's okay. I think we can get it
Well,
fixed later
now
on,
now we
probably.
can enjoy the interior. If only we
Exactly.
had sitting animations and a chair. A chair would be helpful too.
Oh, wait, can we build a chair?
No, I
Okay,
wish. I mean, I should have let you figure that out on your own, but yes.
that's okay. Wait, let me do one more thing. Since
Okay.
we're responsible homeowners, we are going to put a
Obviously.
workbench next to the house because it's
Oh,
important.
in a very attractive position, of course.
Obviously.
Good feng shui. Here, I will bounce to encourage building and construction.
Yes.
Oh,
Ensure that the construction process runs smoothly. Can I
and
jump while building, or will it interrupt the action?
no, you cannot.
Oh, I cannot jump. I can jump immediately afterwards, which is what. Oh, I'm going to jump on top of the workbench.
While crafting.
Ooh. Okay.
So this look at all that stuff you can make.
That
Friend,
is awesome.
we have a full crafting
Ooh.
system.
Ooh. I'm a mage, and I can make a sycamore wand. I will once maybe be able to make a sycamore wand. A silver bar, a sycamore branch, and the luminescent branch, which I already have. So I'm just missing the silver
Ooh.
and the sycamore. So I'm guessing we need to find a sycamore tree somewhere.
Well, I think we want to follow the second part of the instructions and
Oh
explore
yeah, true, true. Yes, definitely. Let's do that. So we click on
where are we going.
teleport.
Let's teleport.
Let us teleport.
This is our very basic zoning mechanic.
Hmm.
So there you are. Yay! Hello, friend. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That means
Oh,
we just got here. We just got here. Okay. Um,
Gondor
let's
Gondor calls for aid.
well, we just let's just run. Let's just go as far as we can.
Okay, okay, okay.
Do this. Let's do this. So you have to know, like I mentioned before, it's Rhode Island Startup Week, and we had a giant play test at New England Institute of Technology where we had like
Hmm.
20 people playing this game. And they were all playing at the same time on a bunch of the same exact build and on this server. And I'm not sure there's a mob left alive because the way that the game is architected is every village is like unique to the players. Oh, I see something.
Well, there is a no.
But
There's a bunch of
this
mobs.
zone is oh. Let's this
We
zone is a
can.
shared space, so you can come together and all play together. Oh
I
God.
think I just critted the thing.
Oh, it just killed me.
What? No.
Oh
No, 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 no,
no.
no.
I
Can I
died.
revive? Can I revive you with a health potion?
No, unfortunately, no. We don't have revive yet.
Oh, and it killed
Oh,
me too.
and you died too.
But I killed the wolf. It was too late.
It's too late. I mean, since the that air horn sound was that's the sound of like the stream is over. Like it's almost we've been here about an hour talking and
Already?
playing already. How's that for time dilation while playing?
Uh, Pretty impressive, actually. Okay, I'm
Oh
back
my
at the
goodness.
snowman.
Well, why don't we actually come back? You have to stop playing now, Pavel.
No, but
We have to.
okay.
We can go back and play after.
Okay, cool. So I
Um,
click on exit, or yeah, I click
yeah,
on
you
quit.
can. The little green man in the lower right hand corner, and let's
Hello,
come back and
hello.
talk.
Indeed. Wait, I probably should stop sharing my screen though.
Yeah, you can probably.
There we go.
So here's my question to you: being a longtime World of Warcraft player, what did you think?
I think it's really cool. I think so. There was a tiny bug that I noticed, which was um so it was I actually noticed it accidentally during movement. If I move the cursor and then I do a right click on the cursor, it auto respawns the cursor in the center of the screen. Uh, Very minor.
Oh, that's interesting.
Uh, I, I don't know if it's actually just my machine or if it's a general thing, but I that's something I noticed. I really like the idea of and I actually discussed it very briefly on the stream, but the idea that you can leave your mark in the shared world that you have with other players, and it's something that I was terribly missing in World of Warcraft. And I think the idea that you can build your house, or maybe further on, further out in development, you can move like more complex structures that you can share, and and also kind of show off to other players or share with other players, and maybe you build like a giant collective fortress, and then you reenact the siege of Minas Tirith or whatever together with your friends.
Life
I think
goals.
yeah, priorities, right? I think it's really cool, and yeah, I think it definitely a value proposition that is very, very appealing.
Yeah, and it's funny because like what you're building, to me, like what resonates for me is that you're looking at political structure and managing groups of people and like multiple players from that kind of macro level, which is a problem that we're going to have too, because as our villages scale to, we use Dunbar numbers to kind of create the lines of demarcation for the various levels of villages. But like when you get up to 150 people and you've got a capital city, like how do you make decisions as a group? How do you create, we're going to have political and leadership structures. So at that point, will you come and be an advisor at Unleashed and help us like design a cool gameplay system informed by some of the
Absolutely.
things you learn in Nebula? We're going to
Absolutely. It
need your
sounds
help.
like I mean, I'm pretty sure you're more than competent enough to not need my help, and also you've been building games for way longer than me. Because remember, I actually haven't worked in games, and definitely haven't worked on World of Warcraft, unlike some of us here on the stream.
I'm just a mage.
But I think, yeah, when the villages grow and transform into cities, and the population numbers rise, you are very likely going to be looking at interfaces that reflect both shared communication but also collective decision making that actually locks in a direction that has been collectively decided. Um,
Hmm.
which is going to structure, the ongoing projects, and the timelines of what actually gets done in the city. So yeah, happy days, exciting times.
It's going to be so much fun and such a fun problem to solve. I can't wait for us to get there.
Mm.
And I can't wait to play your game. When will your game be live?
Well, I mean, technically speaking, if you have an Android device, it's already live, and it's live worldwide for the alpha,
Hmm?
which has wrapped up now. But it's still live. You can still log in. We're still looking at the numbers, but we got the feedback that we needed in order for us to continue to the next step of development, which is going to be the open beta, where we actually introduce the collective governance aspect of the game. The thing that we paper prototype
But I
play
only
tested.
have an iPhone.
iOS release is definitely in the works. We think it can happen before the year is out. Although Apple is currently not exactly a friend of game developers, but that is a
No,
separate discussion.
that's a separate spicy chat. We'll have to do this again so we can discuss all the other spicy conversations, because that's the best part of us talking, Pavel, whenever we connect, because we just like we're raw and real about what the state of the industry is, and also ways that we want to influence it and kind of make it better. And there's actually a fantastic a blog post from you about the state of VC and how video games are the perfect investment for VC. I wish we could quickly grab that URL, but you should Google it. Pavel's name and VC investment and games. If you can
I
find it,
actually,
we'll
I
throw it in the
actually,
chat.
I actually have it right here. So I just put the link into the chat.
Oh, all right. I will share it. I will socialize this link, but I am in full agreement, real quick, that video games are a great speculative investment for VC, because it's one of the few categories of software that can just like have a meteoric rise. And the whole point of venture is that you're supposed to like take risks. It's for those big swings. But right now, venture investing is kind of crippling itself for hashtag reasons we won't talk about because we don't have enough time.
Which just means that at some point in the future, and hopefully sooner than later, I'll have to come back and then we can talk about VCs and other interesting subjects.
And other interesting subjects always. Politics, venture capital, and what other controversial topic can we also bring up? Like we'll just go there.
Dating life.
Oh God. On all of those things, dating in venture capital, but with politics as the backdrop. That should be a television show. Like Survivor.
Absolutely. I mean, we can always discuss how VCs are dating each other and how their divergent political beliefs are preventing them from dating each other. That's the angle.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming and playing Haven with us. And I'm going to pick your brain some more about what we've got. And I just appreciate you taking the time and joining us. And thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to be notified of the next time we go live, which is every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. And we'll catch you all next week. Have a great weekend, all.
Thank you for having me, and have a lovely weekend, everybody.
Bye.
Hit that button and buy a t-shirt with a dragon on it, and that will help us keep making some awesome games. Looks like this. I've already seen a Unleashed t-shirt out in the wild that I wasn't wearing, and I'm super excited about seeing more of them. So, yeah, buy a t-shirt.